Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, July 19th. It is 6:19 right now. Market's going to open in about 11 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and we will get started with our analysis shortly. Just had a couple things here to update, and we should be good to go. Good. There. All right, perfect. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. So I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in. Let's start shortly. All right, so I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in, guys, and then we'll get started shortly. But anyways, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, July 19th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'll get a few moments for people to continue joining, and then we will get started shortly with our analysis for today. I think the bias hasn't really changed too much. It's pretty much still the same, bullish. And we'll see how we can play that to our advantage. So let's start off by looking at news for today. So we had news over here at 5:30. It was housing starts, building permits. They're both negative, a lot more negative than I thought. So I'm going to mark that up over here. I don't know if there was movement based on it. I think there was, but let's see. It wasn't a lot of movement. So it wasn't like a crazy, spike in price. It was just fake out to the bottom and then correction back to the upside. So I did expect price to go up. So we have news right there at 5:30. We have more news at 7:30, and that's about it. It's crude oil inventory, so it's not very high impact, but I'm going to mark it up anyways. Let's go over here to my FX book. That's about it. We got news over here at 7:30, and that's pretty much it for today. So since we got that marked up right there, I'm going to go ahead to the liquidity chart and start marking up liquidity over here. Real quick. Let's see. Got one level right there. So we're starting to get a lot of liquidity building up on the bottom. A lot of this upwards liquidity got hit yesterday. That daily liquidity right there, I don't think it's been hit yet, but it's going to be, it looks like it'll probably get hit by today. Yeah, it's really close to it. So we'll follow along and see where price goes. Hopefully it doesn't hit pre-market so that there's opportunity to take it on market open, but we'll just have to wait and see. All right, this is a 30-minute. Now go down to the 15. Down to the 10. And there goes our liquidity for the day. All right, back down to the 1 minute. And there goes liquidity. So we got a couple low level liquidities right here where price will probably hit maybe even pre-market. I think this is a 10-minute liquidity, so we're probably not going to pay too much attention to it. We have another higher level right there. I think this is a 15-minute. But I think the one that's really important is going to be the one up top. It's going to be the daily liquidity. So this one appears going to be daily liquidity. I think overall bias is bullish right now. So that's probably what you want to be looking for if you're looking to take these liquidity pushes. I mean, you guys can take these lower level ones too, but I'd probably only go for 100 pips. This higher one's probably going to blast right through though. If it does get to that point, it's not too far from it either. Price is right here. That daily liquidity is about 300 pips away. So it's very close and it's probably going to get hit by today. So that's something to look out for, this blue line up here. This is a 10-minute, this is a 15-minute, very weak, but I mean, they're still useful. It's going to be on its direction to the blue one. So if it hits these, it's probably going to blast through and get to the next level up here. But I mean, we'll see what happens when the market opens. There's no guarantee that's going to happen, but let's take a look at the overall bias. So I'm going to go ahead and mark up the overall bias here. If it's bullish, odds of it hitting that upper level is very likely. The first level right here, the 10-minute just got hit. Let's go ahead and mark up overall bias for today. So today's overall bias, retail sentiment, fundamental bias, short-term technicals, long-term technicals. All right, so looking over here at retail sentiment is currently 73% short. This indicates that 73% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So you typically want to do the opposite and buy. So right there, bullish, 73% short. Looking over here at the fundamental bias, it's currently 43 points in the green. So it's not very strong. It's just we'll say neutral right now. Neutral plus 43 points. Short-term technicals. You can see over here on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 10-minute time frames, price is bullish, price is above the pivots, trend meters green, pivots are angling up. Same with the higher time frames over here, also bullish. So price again is above the pivots, trend meters green, and the pivots are angling up across the 30-minute, 1 hour, and 4 hour time frames. So with that said, we have a pretty strong bullish bias for today. Bullish, bullish. Again, you guys don't really want to have a strong bias like that. So here's the 10-minute liquidity, guys. It just got hit. If you guys went for 100 pips, like I mentioned, already hit its TP right there. Next level is getting hit again right here. Again, if you guys are looking to take that, as I mentioned earlier, 100 pips is probably the sweet spot because they're low level liquidities. They're not really strong, so they can get hit at any moment. All right, here's some profit from CSUK today. CSUK is currently up 600 on his first account. Here is CSUK's second account, total profit of 1,050 pre-market. Well, pre-market in Asia. And then his third account right here up 300 for the day. So nice work, CSUK. All right, let's see what's here so far. Let me scroll up real quick. Morning, Jamie. Morning, Daniel. Morning, CJ. Morning, Shannon. Morning, Maria. Morning, Kenny. Morning, Dan. Morning, Kevin. Morning, Randy. Morning, Matthew. Morning, everybody. So, all right, guys, market is going to open in about 2 minutes. Just waiting for clock to wind down right here. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Cern. Morning, William. Morning, everybody. All right, so there's no entries available yet. Obviously, market's not open yet for us technically. There's entries that have come up right here. Liquidity got hit on the 10-minute. This is the 15-minute liquidity. Not strong liquidity in my opinion, so I personally wouldn't really be too inclined to take those entries. But if you guys did take them, looks like the TPs are hitting. Other than that, I think I pretty much marked everything up already for the market so far. We have an overall bullish bias. We got news at 7:30, I believe. And I think that's about it. I mean, there's not really much else to look at here. We got liquidity right there, pushing through. Again, as I mentioned earlier, guys, this higher level liquidity is going to be what's important because this is the daily liquidity. Market is opening in about 30 seconds. So as you guys know, I'm mainly focusing on the momentum pullback scalp strategy. So I'm not looking to take any of these liquidity pushes, even though they're hitting, or the daily entry. The 2 daily entries from today hit TP already. 5 o'clock hit TP right here on the 1 hour. And then on the 1 hour over here on the 6 o'clock also hit full TP. So back-to-back full TPs for the 1 hour entry if you guys took them. I mean, everything's been hitting today. Liquidity right there just got pretty much swiped to. Market is opening in about 1. All right, market is now open. There we go, liquidity blast right through, like I mentioned. There goes the daily liquidity right there. I'm not going to chase it, guys. I should chase it, but I'm not going to. It's just too late for me to chase it right there. Liquidity is getting knocked out pretty quick. I'm going to stick to my game plan, guys. So as you guys know, I stick to my game plan, and my game plan is the momentum pullback scalp. Here's the daily liquidity right there, just blasted right through. So if you guys took it full TP on every liquidity level right here, first level liquidity hit, second level liquidity hit, daily liquidity right here, straight to 300 pips, like I mentioned. So as I mentioned earlier, 100 pips, cool. This one over here could be the full 300, and it blasted right through. So if you guys made profit on that, great. Cameron caught it, iPhone caught it, Maria caught it. Hey man, Harwick, morning. Yeah, it looks like a lot of you guys here caught that move there. So if you guys just listen to my analysis, you know, you guys can probably catch these moves here. But I want to show you guys discipline, right? So like, for example, here, I know these trades are going to hit, but my discipline right now is to focus on the momentum pullback scalp. That's why I'm just looking at this entry over here. But yeah, here goes the liquidity push right there. As price, I mean, literally blasted through every single level that I marked up here pre-market. We marked this up about, 30 minutes ago. Played out perfect. Give you guys the update there for you guys who are following it, because I know a lot of you guys wait until I give the update. There goes the liquidity push. I mean, that thing's crazy. I think blasted right through. The thing is, we already knew price was going to go up because we had our bias marked up. It's just up to preference, though. If you guys want to take it, take it. If you don't, then don't take it, right? All right, so price is pushing up right there. Brian caught it. Daniel said finally caught a 300 liquidity. First time getting the whole thing. Crystal caught it. Maddie said 72% short. Sellers got stopped. Yeah, so the sentiment over here was 73%. Now it's at 72. What do you think happened to that 1%? That 1% just got stopped out with that push to the upside right here. Liquidity just got blasted through. And yeah, I mean, we're going to wait for another entry as price continues to pull back. So we'll see as price retraces back a bit, and then we'll wait for these momentum pullbacks when we have the opportunity. But great profits, guys. If you guys have profits to post up, feel free to send them in. I'm sure a lot of you guys locked in some pretty good profit off that trade there. But again, like I mentioned, guys, when you guys have a game plan, just stick to your game plan. You guys don't have to get FOMO and any of that stuff. Really just stick to your game plan. If you guys are focusing on one strategy, just focus on that one strategy. Because the thing is, when you start to add on too many strategies, or you're just not as focused as you need to be, that's where you start to make mistakes. You start to get greedy, you start to make mistakes, you start to get FOMO. And that's usually what throws people off. So for me, I'm pretty focused. I'm waiting on these momentum pullback scalps. We just don't have the opportunity yet. We don't have any entries until closer to 7 o'clock. So I'll let price stabilize here a little bit. Once it stabilizes, I'll mark up the zones over here on the clean chart. And then we can start looking at market structure. But right now, we're just going to wait and use this here to identify, direction of price. Obviously, direction is probably going to be bullish for today, but wait on that for a bit. It's got to wait for the market to stabilize because it's moving around a little too crazy right now and open, which is not unusual. It's normal. So price is still pushing around right here. Let's see if price retraces down a little bit. So, okay, you can see over here, it stacked back up, right? It's now back to 73%. This is a good thing. I want these numbers to stack back up because when price comes back down, we're going to catch it as it swings all the way back up, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mark up some levels, the whole numbers. so that we can see how market volatility is moving. Okay, this looks good. So you can see over here that the volatility is actually pretty nice because the numbers aren't very spread out. They're actually pretty close. All right, so I got the 10th marks leveled up right there, or marked up. I'm gonna give another maybe 10-15 minutes before I start looking for entries here, because the market still has not stabilized. Obviously, price is gonna retrace back a little bit. Once it stabilizes, maybe consolidates a little bit, and great, we can start looking for another confirmation of direction. But if you guys were looking at the momentum pullback scalps over here pre-market, looks like there was one entry right here. So price started moving bullish right here. This is where the retracement happened. Entry would happen at the 80 mark right here, but it went straight to full TP. If you can catch that move right there, another retracement right here. Entry be at the 80 mark, no entry. Another retracement right here. Entry be at the 90 mark. Entry right there, full TP. Another retracement right here. Entry be at the 0 mark, no entry. Retracement right here. Entry be at the 10 mark, right? Enter at the close of that candle. So we're just looking for a retracement momentum signal. And then once we get the buy signal back to the upside, we'll be looking for the push to the upside, like a correction back up. Kevin said, what's the best way to look up past mentoring sessions? Oh yeah, thanks, Sisu. So Sisu just gave you, there's a playlist for it. So I think if you go back to, let's see, July, June, can't remember if it's June or May, but one of the months, like if you just go back to either May or June, Kevin, one of those months in the beginning, I think like the whole first 4 videos is like all liquidity push, because that's when I started to apply it a bit more. Thanks, Yusuf. Yeah, I think June was the month. Yeah, thanks, CJ. CJ said if you go back to 418, you can find good notes as well. Yeah, we started reviewing that a lot. Like whenever I start to introduce a strategy and we apply it a lot more, like there's like a big block of like mentoring sessions where we just cover that one strategy specifically. But yeah, if you need another refresher, Kevin, you know, in the next mentoring session, just let me know and I'll give you another refresher. I don't mind it. I like reviewing the strategies because it helps me understand it better too. Like maybe sometimes I catch something that I forgot or that I missed. So I don't mind reviewing the strategies. So yeah, Ken, if you need more help on that in the next mentoring session, just let me know and we'll cover the strategy again more in detail. Yeah, C6 said he reviews them every day as well. Yeah, if you guys ever have free time and you guys want to review the strategies, you know, just review the mentoring sessions because the mentoring sessions have good examples and they just help you reinforce your knowledge of the strategy. The strategies are not that difficult. It's really just practice. Practice and repetition, like being able to trade without having to think. I think that's the biggest problem for a lot of people. They think too much or they think too little, you know, when entering these trades here. You just got to be like, you just have to understand the strategy and be able to execute when they come up. So, all right, guys, it's 6:38 right now. It's getting closer to 6:45. Between 6:45 and 7, if the market stabilizes, that's where we start looking for entries. I mean, it wouldn't matter right now because we need the retracement momentum anyways. So we need a sell signal to come up right here. Once that sell signal comes up, I'm going to look for a buy signal to confirm the direction. And then from there, I'll start looking for some entries. But right now, we just don't have anything at the moment. So I'm mainly just waiting for a buy signal here to come up, or a sell signal first. Sell signal and then a buy signal. Once we get that, we can start looking for possible entry. It's just a matter of time until we get that confirmation going. All right, so we got some profits over here from Kenny. So Kenny locked in a total profit of 4,520 for the day. Nice work, Kenny. All win. So Kenny over here took the liquidity pushes. So you can see over here, he took the buy here on open, another buy, another buy, another buy. He took a sell right here at 634. Looks like he caught this top area right here. Got the swing back to the downside for retracement. So nice work right there, Kenny. Total profit of 4,450 for the day. Solid work right there. Let's see, we got Maria over here. She took the liquidity push to the upside as well. Total profit of 292 for the day. All wins. Nice work right there, Maria. Kenny over here, 4,500. And we have Shannon over here. She caught the momentum right there as well. Total profit of 475 for the day. Nice work, Shannon. Looks like she's still even a runner too. So she's still, or actually, it looks like she actually hit already. So nice work right there. Shannon, 475 on this account. And then we've got Jeff over here as well. Total profit of 722. Jeff actually caught all the liquidity. So nice work right there, Jeff. He took the pre-market liquidity and the one on open. So he took the 10-minute, 15-minute, and then the daily liquidity right there. Total profit of 722 for the day. Nice work, Jeff. And we got Maddie over here, total profit of 580 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. All right, guys, solid work, solid profit so far on the open. We do have the sell signal right here. So we're looking for another buy signal to confirm the direction. Once we get that buy signal, we can start looking for possible entry to the upside. Right now, we don't have that yet, but that's pretty much what we're looking for. Once we get that buy signal, we can start looking for the retracement. And once we get that retracement, we can start looking for entry. Again, if you guys are not familiar with the strategy, review the mentoring session from yesterday. We went pretty deep in detail regarding the requirements, criteria for it. And it's pretty straightforward. So basically just looking for a buy signal here to come up. Once that buy signal comes up, I can start looking for entry. I'll tell you what my entry is going to be if you guys want to take it with me. And then we will continue along with the market for today. Just a waiting game right now, guys. Mainly just waiting for that momentum signal to come up. But we can't take our eyes off the chart for too long, because if we do, then we're going to miss out on possible opportunity for entry. So let's watch on the chart here. When this candle closes, I'll go back to the clean chart. I'll see if I can mark a market structure. And then from there, we'll follow along and see where we can start looking for any possible entries here. I'm feeling a buy signal coming up either on this candle or the next one up. So we'll see. There goes the pending buy signal on the next candle, just like I mentioned. I'm going to go to markup structure over here real quick. I'm going to turn on the high-low indicator. All right, so there goes current market structure right now, as you guys can see. Pending buy signal on this candle right here. If we get that pending buy signal, then we can start looking for any possible entries here if we get that retracement. Closest level would be 80 for me if I'm looking to take entry on here, but we'll see. 35,280. So we got to see if this buy signal here closes. If it does, then we'll start looking for that retracement. So we got about 5 seconds left on this candle. No buy signal there. So here's the next buy signal right here as price pushes up a little further. Let's see if this candle actually closes. Again, we have to wait for the buy signal to close. That's going to confirm momentum in that direction. Overall, we do have a bullish direction here. You can see price is above the pivots. Trend meter is green. Pivots are angling up. With that said, we do have a bullish direction here. We just need this buy signal here. It doesn't have to be valid. It just needs to be a buy signal. Once we get that buy signal, we can start looking for possible opportunities for entry. But again, we need that buy signal to actually close. Maddie said momentum failure, momentum scalp variation hit as well, above level 1. All right, we got 15 seconds left on this candle here. Still no buy signal. Looks like price is going into consolidation, which is completely fine. You guys can see the structure here. I drew up on the clean chart. This is our clean chart. Nothing really going on here, just back and forth movement. This is normal. So the reason for this is because we had this big push to the upside, price retraced back, and now it's consolidating sideways. This is completely fine because once it's done consolidating, then we can possibly look for price to continue pushing up higher, right? That's the main thing that we're looking for here. It's really just looking for the extension, retracement, consolidation, back to extension, retracement, consolidation, etc. So we have a pending buy signal again right here. We have 32 seconds left on this candle. No need to get too excited. You just got to wait for the candle to actually close. The thing is, you don't want to get too excited, because if you're too excited, then you're not, if that candle doesn't close, you're going to be bummed, right? So just wait for the candle to close. I mean, realistically, I'm going to give you countdowns when the candle does close, because you have to be paying attention. You can't be taking your eyes off the chart. You know, you take your eyes off the chart for like 2 seconds and the trade's already passed and it's already at TP. So just keep that in mind. No signal there. Again, we're looking for another pending signal right here. You know, once that signal closes, we'll have a confirmation, but you guys can see that the volatility is starting to die down pretty heavily right now. It's not a big deal, but because it is New York session, so even if volatility does die down, it's going to pick back up eventually. So again, just be patient, wait for the momentum signal to come up. Once that momentum signal comes up, we can move on to the next step, which is a retracement, and then we can look for entry. But yeah, really, it's just a waiting game, guys. If you guys have traded with me for the past couple of weeks, this is the normal. This is a summer market, so it's very unpredictable, very slow at times, but it does pick up eventually. You know, you just got to be patient. It's like fishing, waiting for that perfect fish. We got 10 seconds left on this candle right here, pending momentum. The candle just doesn't have enough power to push through. So you can see right there, it did have the momentum, then it fell back down and did not close. Randy said could also close as a pivot scalp, but price looks like it's going to range. Yeah, that's exactly, Randy. So if it's ranging like this, I wouldn't take the pivot scalp. You would need some actual movement in order to take it. I mean, you can take it if you like, but just understand the risk, right? Maybe lower your lot size, or, you know, go in and maybe pull out early if necessary. But yeah, if it's ranging like how it's ranging, it's obviously ranging. You can see here on the clean chart, it's ranging sideways. If it continues to range like this, you don't want to be in a position, because you'll be holding on to that position for God knows how long, right? And then all of a sudden, it's going to spike in either direction. So just, you know, just to be a little careful. Maddie said the number just changed. Yeah, back to 73%. Exactly. Yeah, Maddie said sideways movement equals lured sellers. So they're basically lowering some sellers. They're just turning the market right now. They're trying to add on some more sellers. Once they have enough, they'll push price to the upside. It's basically what happened yesterday, if you guys remember. Yeah, Andrew said just like that V1 yesterday, it took a while. Yeah, 100%. It's exactly what happened yesterday. They're just turning sellers because they want sellers to hop in, but obviously sellers are not going to hop in if they know price is going to go up, right? So the price just keeps going back and forth, making them think that price is going to actually go, but realistically, probably not. So, all right, I need price to actually go up a little higher if we do get that buy signal. So if we get a buy signal here, I need price to actually push up slightly higher, because I'm looking for entry up here. I'm not looking for entry down here. This is too low. All right, still nothing there. There was a pending buy signal, but it's no longer there. All right, 750, guys. It's getting closer to 7. As we get closer to 7, we'll start to pick up with volatility. Right now, there's just not really much going on, which is completely fine. We typically don't look for entries until 7 anyways. It's just sometimes the market will pick up a little earlier, around 6:45. Did not pick up today. It's still going sideways. So we might have to just wait until 7. So just don't get caught in the trap here, guys. You know, obviously just don't get caught in the trap, because obviously you can see there's traps being set up here on both sides. Yeah, exactly. Crystal said they're desperate to make profit. Yeah, the sellers are, I mean, it's crazy. If you guys followed the market yesterday, there were a lot of sellers in the market. I mean, the sentiment went up to, I think, like 76% and just kept going up and up and up. So every time someone got stopped out, they just kept getting wiped out. Or every time price went up, they just kept getting stopped out and everyone would just get, like, it was just an ongoing process. Like whoever would enter the sells, they get stopped out and then it would just keep going back and forth. This is the downside of having too much of a bias, because right now the bias is too strong for a buy. So it's not really ideal to just hop into a buy, right? I typically like when they're mixed up. Like I like when there's like, say retail sentiment is like bullish, fundamentals is like neutral, if not bearish. And I like when the short term is actually opposite, like bearish, because it's like a big retracement and then the long term will be bullish. So I like it when it's mixed up. When it's all bullish like this is tricky because, I mean, market makers can really screw both people. They can spike price in both directions and they'll just screw people on both sides. So I don't like it when it's super obvious, because when it's super obvious like this, then other people start to catch on, right? Like for us, for example, we already knew this was playing out because yesterday we already had a head start. But today people are starting to catch on. They're like, okay, maybe I shouldn't take a sell. Maybe I should do the opposite, take a buy. But I mean, we'll see. There's still no buy signal, so there's nothing that we can really do. I mean, realistically, price is just ranging between these two 10th marks, right? Which is not much. This is 100 pips right here. So this little circle right here is 100 pips, which is like nothing. That doesn't even that barely covers the spread, you know? So yeah, and we have to wait for price to break out of that area. You can see right here, it's not really doing too much. It's really just going sideways. I got the structure drawn out right here, so we'll see. I mean, price is going to go one way or the other. So price will just keep going back and forth right here. And then eventually price will shoot up and continue up, or price will shoot down and continue down, right? All right, so it looks like we got some bullish movement right here. There goes the buy signal. Again, we need that buy signal to close. You can see there's just not enough. There's not enough volume behind that bullish push. Price pushes up slightly and then it just gets swamped all the way back down. So there's just nothing for us to take here still. We got 30 seconds left. Let's see if this pushes through. And realistically, we're looking for that buy signal. So we get that buy signal, can move on to the next step. Step one is confirm direction and with momentum and trend. So we have the trend here. We just need momentum to confirm. Once we get past step one, move on to step two. All right, so we got an invalid signal right here. That's completely fine. It's not a big deal. But I wouldn't take entry until price pushes past this level right here, the 90 mark. So we got an invalid signal right there. I'm looking for the 90 mark for entry. All right, so price is pushing up. It needs to push up and close past this line here. So it needs to close past this black line right here. If it doesn't, then we need a continued push to the upside. We have about 15 seconds left on it. We need to push higher because if we get that retracement, we need the retracement to close above this black line right here as well. So price can push up a little higher. That's great. Okay, so we're looking for a red candle right here. If we get a red candle, entry would be at this level right here at the 90 mark. If it continues to push up higher, that's completely fine. If we get a retracement and it closes at the 300 mark, we can get in right there as well. So now we're looking for retracement. Once we get the retracement, we can start looking for possible entry. I'm thinking that the entry is going to come closer to 7. I mean, the 1 hour entry over here is about to be, yeah, that's going to be a buy too. So it'll be in confluence. So the 1 hour entry will probably be in confluence with this entry right here. So we're just looking for the retracement. Looks like it's going to be at the 300 mark now, possibly, or not. And price may continue to push up higher. I don't know if you caught that trade earlier, Randy. I know you were talking about the pivot scalp. Pivot scalp came up right there. It was invalid though, so I wouldn't have taken it. All right, so we're just looking for that retracement. Once we get that retracement, we can look for possible entry, but I'm not going to enter just yet. I got to wait for the actual retracement. That's how the strategy works. No shortcuts here. So it looks like it's starting to lose its volume right here. Let's see if it starts to come down a little bit. We just need a red candle. That's like really what we're waiting for. We're looking for a red candle right here. If this is the case and price retraces right here, then entry would be at the 10 mark. But again, it's just a matter of patience, guys. I think as we get closer to 7 o'clock, we'll have the confirmation of the direction or the push actually, because the 1 hour entry is going to be a buy. So if this here closes with the red candle, guys, entry is going to be right here at the 310 mark. Got 30 seconds left on it. It needs to close red though. So what I'm going to be looking at is I'm going to look on this side over here at this timer to see if it closes red. Because if it closes flat, you're not going to see the red on there. But I'm going to look at this timer right here because this timer is going to show whether it's going to be red or not. So it does not look like it's going to, well, I mean, we'll wait. We got about 7 seconds left. Does not look like it's going to close red. Again, no retracement there. I think really testing our patience today. All right, push up to the next level right here. It's now going to be at the 20 mark. So again, we're still waiting for the retracement. Price pushed up from here. Price is a little overextended, but not that much, just enough. So if price retraces and closes above this black line right here, entry is going to be at this level right here. If it closes below this line, entry is going to be down here. So just pay attention to where this candle closes. The candle closure is going to indicate where entry would be. So above the line, entry is going to be right here. Below the line, entry is going to be right here. Let's see, we got about 10 seconds left on the candle. All right, I'm gonna put my order right there. Just gonna wait for it.
Order filled.
All right, looks like I'm in the position. Now I'm just waiting for some volatility here. Volatility is super low. I hate when we get in the position and the volatility just dies down. It's like moving quick and all of a sudden dies down. I think I'll play through as like, or the volatility will pick up closer to 7, like I mentioned, because of the 1 hour entry. Because the 1 hour entry is going to be a buy, it looks like. Yeah, we have a buy signal here. So it looks like the 1 hour entry will be a buy. Let's watch it as it goes. Its volatility is really slow. It's getting close to my TP.
Order filled.
All right, I got out full TP right there. Easy money, guys, right there. There we go. So as you guys can see, if you guys are patient, trades are going to come. We're literally fishing. Like this is like the definition. It's like the sport of fishing right here. You're just waiting for the fish to catch. Fish caught our lure right there. Boom, straight to TP. Like no drawdown. Literally no drawdown. I had to pull out of my MT4. I don't know what's up with MT4. It's just never on point. So I had to pull out a little early with my MT4. Now we just wait for the next entry. I pushed up right at 7 o'clock, like I mentioned, because the 1 hour entry here is, I mean, it's technically running right now. It looks like this is going to hit TP2. So if you guys take the 1 hour entry, it looks like it's pushing up right there. I didn't take it because obviously I was in the position already. Wasn't going to double up on it, but the volatility did pick up at 7 o'clock like we anticipated. All right. So, yeah, Cameron said MT4 was weird. He only caught 9 points. Yeah, me too. I caught like 12 points, I think. I don't know if my execution was off. The spread looks fine on my end. It looks like it's 18 over here on the FTMO. But for whatever reason, even though we had this big push past it, I still got partial. So a nice work right there, guys. Full TP. I will take a screenshot of my trades and profits for the day so far. And we did good, guys. So now reset, wait for another opportunity, and let's wait for that next entry. Nice. Richard said TP. Nice work, Richard. Caught that move there. Casey caught it. Maria caught it. Chrisla caught it in both candles. Nice, guys. All right. So solid profit so far for the day. Again, we're just going to wait for the retracement, or we're going to wait for it to reset, and then we'll look for another entry. It's only 7 o'clock. We have an hour left, so we got a lot of time here. James caught it. Good catch. Nice work, James. Angela caught it as well. Okay, what is going on with my social trader tools? Angela caught it too. CJ caught it. Nice work, guys. Yeah, I got some slippage on all my accounts, it looks like, especially at my MFF. I mean, whatever. It is what it is with the MFF. I can't really complain about it because that's just how it's going to be for now, at least. So take a screenshot of my other accounts, and we're just going to wait for another reset, guys. So we're looking for a retracement, basically a red momentum signal, so we can confirm the retracement. And then once we get a continuation back to the upside, we'll look for another entry. But right now, just a matter of patience until the next entry comes up. So if you guys have profit to post up, feel free to send them in. We got a little bit of a break right now as we wait for the next opportunity to present itself. So, all right, let me send you guys in my profits. Here is my top step. Here is the rest of my accounts. I got to take individual screenshots today because of the difference. The slippage was just crazy on that move. It's all good. It happens. That's what I like about having my top step running, because the top step will it'll say order filled, and I'm like, all right, cool, I already hit my TP, right? I don't have to like wait for it, because it's hard to tell when, or to confirm when your TP is actually hit versus when it's still running. And there was slippage between both of my FTMOs too, so we'll see. My second account actually made more, but my MFFs I got totally screwed. But it's all good. I mean, I'm not really. It's not like a surprise to us. We knew this was going to happen. All right. Let's wrap up these screenshots right here. So yeah, if you guys have profit to post up, I see a lot of you guys posting up your profits right now. Feel free to send them in. All right, so let me just post up my profits real quick. Here is my main account. copier, MFF, MFF, and my MFF. All right, price is still pushing up, but there's no retracement, so no worry, guys. We're not missing out on anything here. So here goes all of my profits from that one trade we just took. We took this one trade over here for a momentum pullback scalp. Here's my top step account locked in 750, no losses for the day. Average hold time for that trade was a minute. So we held on to that trade for about a minute, 29 seconds. Not very long. Typically, we hold it for about a minute or two. Here's all my accounts right here. This is my main FTMO account locked in 1,380. Here is my FTMO number 2 account locked in 1,580. Here's my MFF number 1 account, total profit of 390. My MFF number 2 account, total profit of 490. And my third MFF account, total profit of 490 as well. So obviously some slippage there. I mean, it is what it is. I was expecting to make a little bit more, at least 600 to 800, but it's all good. I mean, I can't do anything about it, right? That's just MFF. They still pay out, so they're still trustworthy in my opinion, but it's just their execution times suck. I mean, it's just that's how they run their servers. So I mean, it is what it is. It's all good, but as long as they pay, I mean, that's all that really matters, right? We're still milking what they have to offer, so I'll keep using them until any other like bigger issues arise. But it does suck because I do get shorthanded like a lot of this profit that should have been a bit more. Anyways, let's take a look at everyone else's profits. We have Casey over here. Casey locked in a total profit of 2,294 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Casey. Let's see, we've got Maria over here, total profit, or Casey's other account actually. Or actually, Casey just posted his profits. We have Maria over here, total profit of 402 for the day, all wins as well. Nice work, Maria. So as you guys can see, it doesn't matter if you have a big account or a small account, you can still profit. It's not a big deal. You know, trade with whatever account size you want. I feel like the most annoying question I get from a lot of people is how much money do I need to start? It doesn't matter. If you're going to start with 10 bucks, don't expect to be a millionaire tomorrow, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. Be realistic with yourself. If you're starting with $100, you're going to make a couple $100. If you can start with a couple $1,000, you're going to make a couple $1,000, right? You guys got to be realistic with your profits. It doesn't matter how much you start with, whether it's a big account, small account. You can make profit. It's just your profit potential is going to reflect what your account size looks like. So just keep that in mind, guys. We got Dave over here. So let's see, Dave locked in. So Dave's another example of you can use a small account and it'll add up. Like Dave's been on a winning streak since he joined this group. Dave over here on his first account locked in 1,374, right? He's on a small account. This is a personal account. If you have like $100, you can make $13 a day, you know, and then those $13 a day is going to add up. So nice work right there, Dave. Dave's second account over here at 1,332, another account right here, full TP. So you see how it adds up. He has one account, 13 bucks, one account, 13 bucks. He has a third account over here, 193. This is FTMO, bigger account, bigger profit. Here is Dave's fourth account, 135, another FTMO right there. And then here goes Dave's top step, total profit of 35. So as you guys can see, it doesn't matter what account size you're using. You'll make profit either way, whether it's a big account, small account, whatever it may be. Looks like Rashida here caught another entry for a buy since she took the pullback that just happened. Nice. I'm going to wait for the next momentum though. So I'm just waiting for the sell signal to come up. Once that sell signal comes up, we can start looking for more entries. But right now, I mean, it's just a waiting game. So as we wait, I'm going to continue to look at everyone else's profits over here. William said on my other screen, but I did 690 on the momentum pullback. Exciting. I'll have to figure out how to screenshot some other time. Yeah, definitely, William. There's no problem with it. You'll figure it out eventually. We got Nathan over here. He took the 1 hour entry, total profit of 1,130, full TP with the green strip. Nice work, Nathan. So some of you guys took the momentum pullback scalp. Some of you guys took the 1 hour entry. Solid profits right there. We got Maddie over here. Maddie's currently at 1,100 for the day. Looks like he had an accidental loss. It's all good. Happens. Otherwise, all wins there. We've got Chrissy over here. Nice work, Chrissy. Chrissy's been killing it. All wins right here for the day. 100, 200, 300, 400, about 500 for the day profit. Nice work, Chrissy. Keep it up. So great profits right there. It's just all about consistency. Here's Natasha. Here's her personal account. As you can see, she's trading with a small account, total profit of 1950. One loss there, but she made it right back. And then here is Natasha's Top Step account. She's up 710. Nice work, Natasha. So solid profit right there, on her way to getting her funded account with them as well. She's currently up 817 so far. We got Chow over here, took it on his Top Step as well. Total profit of 750, full TP just like mine. Great trade right there, definitely Chow. Guys, again, just a reminder, there's no entries available. Don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. I know some of you guys think we're like distracted, but I just got to go over everyone's profits. There's a lot of people here who profited off that trade, so still haven't gone over everyone's profits yet. Let's see, we have Andreas over here. Total profit of 520 for the day, full TP with the green strip. Nice work, Andreas. We've got Andrew over here. So Andrew caught 150 pips off the push. His first account over here made 1,056. So nice work right there, Andrew. He's up 2,223. So on his way to getting a pass on that Top Step. So nice work right there, Andrew. And then his second trade over here, took it with a small lot size, hit it full TP as well. Total profit of 1,260 for the day. Nice work, Andrew. Yeah, no, definitely. Solid work, guys. We have Anelli over here, full TP on both trades, total profit of 1,077 for the day, all wins with the green strips. Nice work, Anelli. Let them run to straight to full TP. We have Kenneth over here. Kenneth took the trade as well on his Top Step. Nice work, Kenneth. Full win, 100% win rate, total profit of 1,500 for the day. I just like how like this metrics look, because it gives you so many details. Like you'll take the trade, and then it'll give you the total profit, how much commissions, how long you held the trade. And I like when it shows like 100% win rate too. It kind of gives you that extra confidence to keep going. We've got Paul over here. Nice work, Paul. Paul says slippage on the liquidity push on open. Total profit over here of 1,930, full TPs with a green strip. Nice work, Paul, on letting your trades hit full TP. So guys, great work there. Some more profits here from Cameron. Cameron hit both TPs as well, full TPs with the green strip, total profit of 1,477, all wins. Nice work, Cameron. Man, I'm losing my breath here. I got so many profits to read. We have one more profit here from Matthew. Total profit of 220, both full TPs on both of the trades. So nice work, guys. Looks like a lot of you guys here took the same trade that we all took. And maybe even took the 1 hour. So great work right there, Matthew. Total profit of 220, all wins for the day. All right, so I think that's it for right now. Now we just wait for the next opportunity to come up here. So we got one more, we're waiting for the retracement. So we're looking for the sell signal over here. Looking for the sell signal to come up here. Once we get that sell signal, we can look for another opportunity for a buy. Right now, we just don't have anything just yet. There goes that pending sell signal. Exactly what we were waiting for. Let's see, we got Casey over here. And I looked at everyone's profits. Here's C6 profits. We have 2,500 on his first account, total profit of 2,200 on his second account, and total profit of 2,050 on his third account right here. Nice work, Sisu. Yeah, we're gonna have a pretty long profit post for today. So if you guys are gonna watch the video later, it's gonna be pretty long. It's gonna be at least a couple minutes. And then here's a C6 Top Step account, total profit of 350. Nice work, Sisu. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of profit to share today for the profit post. So I might even have to split it up into 2 different videos. I mean, we'll see. We'll have to talk really fast, like going over everyone's profits, because everyone locked in a lot of profit today. See what else we got over here. Brian is asking, what is the main prop firm that allows you to take 100 lots trades? I mean, all the prop firms do, Brian. I mean, FTMO lets you take 200 lots. So the only prop firm or prop firms that I'll recommend would be FTMO and Top Step. If you want to trade on MT4, then use FTMO. If you want to use Trading View, like I'm trading over here. So you can see how my trades were entered on Trading View, use Top Step. If you guys want to use the link, so I have a link here, you get $50 off. So basically it's discounted right now. Typically it's like 379, I think, for the challenge or whatever the combine. But right now it's only like 149. And then if you use this link right here, I'll put my link in the chat. If you use that link for Top Step, you get another $50 off. So you basically only pay $100 for a 150K challenge, and you get to trade on Trading View, which is perfect. You get to trade on Trading View. There is minimal slippage. There's perfect executions because you're trading on YM. You're not trading on US30 anymore. You'll be trading directly with the exchange. So I think Top Step is probably the best option. The only downside is that they have smaller accounts, so you're not going to make as much profit. Max contract size is 15. So I mean, it's a little different, but I think long-term wise, this is going to be the best option because you don't get screwed as much on Top Step. Plus Top Step is a US company. So, and you're trading futures, you're not trading Forex, you're not trading indices. So you don't really get screwed with like random brokers. Like there's so much downside to trading with a broker because they could manipulate spread, they can manipulate execution times. There's just so much manipulation that can happen on their end because they're not really regulated. But with Top Step, they are regulated like within the US. So they do have a bit more fees, like the commissions are a bit higher, but I think you get a better experience trading with Top Step because I think the execution times are probably the best part. That's the best part because when it hits like for example, when it hit our TP over here for this trade, it actually closed me out. It didn't like give me any spread issues. Like as soon as price hit my TP right there, it like closed me out. It was like order filled and I got out of the trade. I didn't have to push like an extra 100 pips for my order to get filled. And you can see with my MT4, well, basically my FTMO accounts, I got partial profits here. I had to close out early because it entered me like at a worse execution point or just worse entry point. So I mean, it just depends. It depends on your preference. But the two main ones that I recommend would be FTMO if you want to trade on MT4, and then if you want to trade on Trading View, it would be Top Step. Yeah, James said Top Step seems really good and created by real expo traders, which is cool. Yeah, and I agree. They're actual they were floor traders at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, so they're they're actually experienced with like the exchange and the system, and they have connections with the exchange to have best execution and stuff like that. I personally like trading futures versus Forex or any of the other stuff. It's just execution times are better and it's always more on point. So again, it's up to preference, guys. You don't have to listen to what I'm telling you guys. You guys can do whatever you like, but those are the two main ones that I'll recommend. Again, guys, there's no entries for us right now. Don't worry, we're not missing out on any entries here. There's no sell signal yet. We need that sell signal to confirm the retracement. Once we confirm that retracement, we can start looking for possible entries here. Some more profits over here from Andrew. He caught another momentum pullback scalp that was like pretty much running through here. 3 back-to-back wins. Andrew's currently at 1,464 for the day. Nice work, Andrew. Total profit of 2,631 on the account. So he's basically about a quarter away from passing. So nice work, Andrew. All right, let's see. Other question over here is from James. James is asking, have you traded with them for a while, Sean? I've only found them from you trading them, and so far it seems great. I've actually only been trading with them for about a couple of weeks now. So since first week of July, which is about 2 weeks ago, I started the first account. The thing with Top Step is that I knew about them from the beginning. So when I first started trading like 10 years ago, Top Step was around, but I never used them because I never traded futures. I traded Forex when I first started trading. I traded stocks, I traded options, and I traded Forex. So now that we trade futures, directly, like this is the only thing I trade, YM. It makes sense for me to use a futures broker, right? So I haven't been using them for too long, but I mainly trade futures. So it just makes sense for me to trade with them now. So I would have traded with them back then, but I didn't know anything about futures. Like I didn't know about US30 YM. I used to trade basic stocks like penny stocks and regular blue chip stocks. Now that I just trade this, it just makes sense. But they're good. They've been around for a long time. They've actually been around longer than FTMO. So I've known about Top Step for like maybe over 10 years now. So when I first started trading, I needed funding, and Top Step was like the only option, but I didn't trade I wish I started trading US30. If I traded US30 like 10 years back, man, it'd be crazy right now. I probably wouldn't even have this community because I'd just be like making money off trading US30. But you know, everything happens for a reason. So I'm kind of glad I took that long route, because now we're getting paid on US30 every day, and it's pretty simple. I mean, as long as you guys follow the game plan. Let's see, another question. So guys, again, just another reminder, there's no entries for us here. We're looking for a sell signal. I don't want you guys to think that I'm reading questions here and not trading. There's just nothing here. So there's no other levels of liquidity here. I think this was the highest level, right? The daily. So now we're gonna have to go up to the weekly. All right, next level of liquidity is gonna be way up here. So I don't think this is gonna get hit anytime soon, but there's no more liquidity that is available anytime soon. Price is super far off. I think, so this push to the upside is going to be overextended. I think maybe towards the end of the week, price may come down a little bit. The main thing to look out for would be sentiment over here. If sentiment starts to drop, then you can start to see a possible reversal happening. But if this stays up above 70%, this is probably going to keep pushing up. So it's going to push up until this dies down. Once it dies down, then price will come back down. But right now, I think price will continue pushing up until this starts to drop down a bit. Just keep in mind, this thing could drop down instantly. Like this can be at 72%. Tomorrow, this could be back at like 65%. Who knows? We don't know until it happens. So there's no liquidity up here. All liquidity got hit from today. Other than that, here's a clean chart. Let me go and mark up the structure so that you guys can see where, wherever price may be going. I mean, looking at price right now, there's no structure that's available. Price just keeps going higher and higher and higher. So until we have a top that's been established, there's not really going to be much structure available yet to be drawn. So nothing going over here. Yeah, Andrew said retail hit 78% yesterday. That's crazy. So 70% retail sentiment for the sell side yesterday, and pretty much all of them got stopped out. They just got wiped out because if you look over here at price, so if you guys remember yesterday, we were looking at the chart. Okay, yesterday was the 18th, right? Market opened over here at 6:30. This is yesterday Yeah. This was yesterday, right? Market opened right here and just kept pushing up higher and higher, just kept stopping everybody out. So like literally whoever was trading yesterday on the sell side just pretty much got wiped. It was impossible for anybody who was taking sells to make money because price never came down. It just kept going up higher and higher. That's why it's always important that you guys look at bias. When I first introduced bias to you guys, there used to be a lot of trolls in the chat that were like laughing about it and didn't believe what I was saying. And now everybody's trading this way. If you look at other traders on YouTube and Instagram, everybody uses bias now. Like 2 years ago, nobody was using bias. Everyone thought what I was doing didn't make any sense and that it was fake. And now everybody's trading the way I'm trading. So, we always try to stay like 2 steps ahead of the game, guys. When I see stuff in the market, because I'm able to see stuff that a lot of people can't see, I'm going to introduce it to you guys and we're going to implement it into our trading strategies. Like when I first introduced retail sentiment, I remember nobody believed this. Like everyone's like, oh, this is like IG is not a big client. It doesn't matter. And then what happens now? Everybody's using IG, like everybody's using this bias here. IG is actually a pretty big broker. Like people think that it's not a big broker, but it's a pretty big broker. And the thing is they get liquidity from like all these other providers. So it's not necessarily just IG. They're like tied into these other brokers too. So that's why I like using IG. We made a lot of money. We made a lot of money just off this. And I've been using this for like 4 years now, 4 or 5 years now. Honest is the one that actually introduced that to me. If you guys remember Honest, he's not in here anymore. Honest was like one of the guys that started K2 with me a long time ago, Honest and Aaron. He actually introduced IG sentiment to me. Unfortunately, he's not trading anymore, but yeah, he's the one that I give thanks to for showing me that. All right, let's see. Yeah, Crystal said Honest and Aaron. Yeah, I mean, Aaron is trading again, but Aaron is just like, he's catching on like really late. Like a lot of this stuff that I taught you guys like 5 years ago, he's barely picking up on this stuff. Like he just never listened to me before. Now he's listening to me and he's actually using all the stuff that I taught him. Like I taught him how to trade like so long ago, but now he's barely applying it. So you know, Aaron's back to trading. He kind of stopped trading for a little bit. Now he's back to trading. Um, yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's crazy how time flies. Like a lot of people fall off in the trading game, but I've been here from day one and I never really stopped. So that's why we just keep getting better every day. All right, guys, we have a sell signal here that's currently pending right now. We have news coming up at 7:30, about 5 minutes from now. We'll see if volatility picks up. If not, we'll just keep analyzing the charts. Right now, there's not really too much going on. Yeah, Crystal said AB trades. Yeah, you know, I just saw Aaron actually like last week. I invited him over to my place and he hung out with some of our other traders here. A couple of people from the community were here, like Maddie, basically local people were here. And Aaron was here and Aaron was like, I think bringing Aaron around trading people again made him want to trade. So now he's back into trading because he wasn't trading for a while, but then, you know, I brought him around my people here who we all trade still and he's back into trading. So yeah, man, he said he got loaded. I know, right? We all did. Yeah, MJ too. Man, he said no more Hennessy. I mean, no more Hennessy and tequila, bro. It's all that mixing. It was all bad. I know, Chris, you gotta come out here to California. You're over there on like the you're in Florida, aren't you? Yeah, a lot of you guys are pretty far out. We gotta like have a yeah, we gotta have a meetup at some point, guys. I know during COVID we wanted to have a meetup, but it wasn't possible. But hopefully, like moving forward, we can have our meetups that we plan on having. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything big. I think we could probably have a meetup and we can just trade one day together. I'll come like during the week. We'll trade like we'll rent out like a WeWork or something, and we'll just trade over there. Okay, KT weekend, right? We'll trade on a Friday and then we'll just and then we'll celebrate over the weekend. Andrew said MJ has a subscription to Casamigos. He does, huh? Every time he comes through, this dude has like 2-4 bottles with him. All right, guys. So I know we're going off topic, but there's no entries right here. We have a pending sell signal right here. We're just waiting for it to come up, but we don't have it yet. We do have news coming up right here at 7 o'clock. So in about 3 minutes, we have news coming up. Once the news passes, or I mean, we could trade through news. We just got to make sure that like there's no unusual movement. But looking at the news event for 7:30, it's just crude oil. It's nothing crazy. So C6 said TA shots around here. Up there on the East Coast, right? It's East Coast thing. CJ said Hennessy and tequila at the same time. I know, right? Maddie was trying to make a music video, that's why. All right, guys, we have a sell signal right here. Perfect. We're now looking for a buy signal. We have news coming up though. So, I mean, the news isn't going to be a big deal. It's light impact news, but we will still keep an eye out on it just in case. But we do have the sell signal right there. We're now looking for a buy signal. Once we get that buy signal, we can start looking for entry. So, all right, guys, let me get back on this trading focus. All right, we have the setup right here. We just need to wait for that buy signal. Once we get the buy signal, we can start setting up for possible entry. The news event coming up right here at 7:30 is crude oil inventories. It's low impact. Usually it doesn't really have much of an effect on the market. So I'm not going to pay too much attention to it. I'll pay attention to it, but it's not going to be like a big factor for my entry here. I mean, it doesn't look like we're going to get an entry anyway, so it's not a big deal. But it's not going to prevent me from taking entry if a good entry does come up. So we got about 40 seconds left on this candle right here, guys. It looks like price maybe retracing down a little bit. Let's take a look at the retail sentiment again. All right, retail sentiment over here is currently 74% short. Okay, so this is fine. I want price to retrace down a little bit. I actually want price to come down and I want price to come back up because when it comes down, it's going to lure in some more sellers and it's going to give us more opportunities to push to the upside. So this drop right here, I want this to happen because I want them to lure in some more sellers. You can see the number here increase. It was 72%. Now it's 74%. I mean, this can go up to like 76, 78. I don't care how far it goes up. Because when that happens, it's going to be an even bigger push to the upside. So I actually want this to come down a little more, even down to the last pivot right here if it needs to. So if it comes down to that point, we get a buy signal, pushes up. So I'm basically looking for price to come down, push up, retrace, and continue back up. That's where we're going to take our entry. So the bigger the drop, the better, because that's just going to give us more opportunity for us to continue riding this wave to the upside. I'm going to color that as a news candle right there. I'm going to take this off. All right, retracement's fine. I actually want this to retrace further back. So, all right. Here we go. All right, so price is still retracing down. This is completely fine. I prefer to retrace down a little more. All right. All right, so it looks like price might be pushing back up right here. Again, we're looking for that buy signal. So just waiting patiently for that. Everything is very bullish, so still looking for that there. All right, we're just looking for the buy signal. Once we get that buy signal on the 1 minute time frame, then we're gonna be in business. We just gotta wait for that to come up. Price is pushing up right here. I mean, I wouldn't mind if it even consolidates for a bit. It's gonna have to stabilize anyways. Still no buy signal. All right, so here goes a consolidation that I was just talking about. I wouldn't mind this because I actually wanted to consolidate a little bit down here because the more that it consolidates, it's going to turn some more sellers. So if price doesn't necessarily drop or trace back, so if price doesn't continue dropping or doesn't correct back up, this is just giving a lot of the sellers some hope that price is actually going to turn, right? I don't think price is ready to turn because you can see that the volatility or the sentiment here is still very high, 74% short. I think they'll bring it down to a certain level. So I think the level where it could drop to would be down here. Yeah, I think the level that can drop to would probably be down here because this is going to be in alignment with where price was consolidating right here. So if I draw this line right here, well, this whole box. So this whole area right here is where price was consolidating earlier, right? Price pushed up, consolidated, pushed up, consolidated, pushed up, consolidated, came back down. And at this area right here, price will probably continue pushing through. Rashida said the 1 hour wick is huge. Yeah, it's this whole area right here, Rashida. So like that whole area that I marked up right there, that's the 1 hour, right? Because 7 o'clock was right here, price pushed up and then it came right back down. So if you go to the 1 hour, huge wick right there on that top side. And basically the wick started from up here and then now it's retracing down. You know, seeing that right there, it's cool that you mentioned that, because now that you mentioned that, it kind of gives us an idea what they're doing. I think what they're doing here is they're making a lot of these retail traders think that, so not a lot of people trade on the 1 minute too. So people can't see what we see here, right? I don't know anybody who really trades on the 1 minute like we do, but we can see this whole movement right here. So what other people are seeing, they're just seeing a 1 hour candle, right? They're trading on the 1 hour. For us, we can see each individual candle. So like basically this is a 7 o'clock candle right here. And we can see this entire movement right here. We can see that price actually pushed up and then it came back down. So if you go over to the 1 hour, like Rashida mentioned, this is what a lot of people are seeing. They're seeing this big wick on top, right? So if you see a big wick like that and you're looking on the 1 hour, what does this tell you? This tells you that price is probably going to come back down, right? But realistically, that's not what's going to happen. They're just luring sellers in right here. Even though this looks like a selling candle, like what do people call like an upside down hammer? So people see this as an upside down hammer. Realistically, we see this as a retracement, not exactly this big wick, because we see the actual candles here. So what I see happening here is this is probably going to lure in some sellers. And then on the next candle, this is probably going to see that upside down candle starting to hammer is setting up right there. If it closes red, it's going to be an upside down hammer. And people think that price is going to come down from this point. So if they see price coming down, they're going to stack up their sells. This will probably go from like 74 to 76 or 78. And then from there, on the 8-hour candle right here, it's probably going to shoot all the way back up to stop people out. Because you think about it, if you measure this candle right here, the average stop loss is about 500 pips, right? That's like average stop loss for a lot of people. If that's your stop loss, they're going to push it up, stop people out, and then probably come right back down. Come back down, and then just do the same thing again. And then go right back up and stop people out. And it's probably going to range within this area. So you can't really see it too well on the 1 hour, but on the 1 minute, you can see it a lot better. It basically just cut back into this range right here. So just a back and forth movement within this area in here. That's why I like looking at the 1 minute candle. A lot of people don't like looking at the 1 minute because they think it's noise, but realistically it's not noise because you can see every candle here that pushes through. So it might just range within this area. I think eventually it'll swing back up though. So it's still dropping right here. But I think this drop here is temporary. So I mean, technically, if you really wanted to keep trading this, so if the trend starts to shift, you can technically look for sells, but I'm probably not going to look for sells here personally, because I think the sells are temporary. I don't think they're going to hold for very long. I would just be really careful about the moves here. Because if the trend meter down below turns red and price stays below, you could technically take sell entries here. Not that I would take them, but there is opportunity there if you're looking to take them. Yeah, let's see. Rashida said 30-minute and 1 hour pending double bodies. Yeah. It could be a temporary. So I think this might be temporary. If anything, price is overextended. So let me go over here and show you guys. Let me just close this. I don't want you guys to think we're looking for any entries right now, specifically. But market opened right here at 6:30. If anything, price may come down to opening price. You're just looking for structure for price to bounce off. So price will either bounce off. I mean, there's a couple of different areas where I can see price bouncing off. Price can either bounce off this area right here and come back up, or price can come down to opening price down below and bounce off here. But from my personal experience, I think what they're doing here is they're just trying to lure in some more sellers. That's just what I see. It's basically what happened yesterday. I think the main thing to look out for here would be sentiment. If this here starts to pick up 75, 76%, then that's going to be an indication that price is likely to turn back around. But until then, it looks like there's not really anybody hopping on to the sell side. It's just the people who've been holding on to that position for a while. They're just holding on and praying that price is going to reverse on them. But I don't see that happening. At least not by today. The sentiment is just too high. Like, I don't see a crash coming anytime soon. Manny, I just saw your message in the text. Let's see, we got some more profits here from some people in the group. All right, there's no entries right now, guys, so don't worry, you guys are not missing out on anything right now. We have so we got Sam over here. Sam just posted his profits, total profit of 546 for the day, all wins, or sorry, one loss. Set him back a little bit. He'd be up over 1K if he didn't have that loss, but other than that, he did pretty good. So nice work right there, Sam. Total profit of 546 for the day. We've got Delicia over here. So Delicia said, I reopened my FC1 challenge today. She was down 6% when it froze in April. Currently down 3.5% after taking today's trades. Thanks, Sean, for giving me the confidence to trade US30. This has been a game changer for me because I'm no longer sitting on the charts all day waiting for trades to set up with FX pairs. Yeah, no, definitely, Delicia. So Delicia, she said that she used to be scared to trade US30. Now that she's on these live sessions with us, she's able to have that confidence to trade it again. And she's doing great. So she's up here, total profit of 1,585 for the day. So nice work right there, Delicia. And yeah, I mean, for me personally, guys, I've been trading for a long time. I've been trading for over 10 years now. I've traded stocks, I've traded options, I've traded Forex, I've traded commodities, and now I'm trading futures. I think futures are the best asset to trade because you can set a time period when to trade it. Like you can just trade, like I trade right now from like, I don't even trade from 6:30 anymore. I trade from 7 to 8, basically just 1 hour a day, or like maybe a little bit before 7:30 or 7. But yeah, I just take like 1 or 2 trades a day, lock in my profits, wrap it up, and I'm done for the day. It gives you a lot of structure with your trading. So guys, looking over here at current price, we do have the buy signal here, but I'm not yet looking to take a buy just yet because I need a confirmation of direction, right? So I need price to actually push up a little bit higher from where it's currently at, because right now there's just no confirmation of direction. So the trend meter down below is blue, price is below the pivots. There's no direction here for a buy. Although we have overall bias, I'm still not looking to take a trade without meeting all of my criteria, right? So right here, I'm hoping that none of the entries fill, and I hope that price just keeps pushing up higher, because if it continues to push up higher, then I can take my entry somewhere above this area up here. I need price to be above the pivots. Right now, price has not confirmed direction of a bullish push. Although I do think price will be bullish, it's not enough for me to take my entry. I'm not taking any shortcuts here. I'm following my game plan. I need a confirmation of a bullish direction. Have momentum. The trend here is not confirmed yet though. So technically there's an entry right here, but I'm not taking it. I'll just mark it up for you guys. I mean, if there was a bullish direction, that's where the entry would have been, but I personally would not be taking it. All right, Ben Harwick, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Maddie as well. See you back here tomorrow, Maddie. So Maddie and Ben Harwick are done. Wrapped it up for the day. Let's see. Randy said with the back test, when a similar reversal structure would come up, trend meter switching red, as long as it's not moving around previous prices, still good. I'd still wait for a nice solid trend meter rather than entering with a strip of red. Yeah, I agree with you too, Randy, 100%. I would wait for a confirmation before I actually start looking for entries here. So I'm not in any positions right now. I'm just going to take this off. I don't want you guys to think that I'm in anything. But I agree with you 100%, Randy. You need to have a confirmation of direction before you can start looking for anything specific. So whether it be a sell or a buy, the trend meter down below is blue. So this indicates that price is indecisive right now. Price is below the pivots, and the pivots are slightly angling down. They're not very strong, but they are angling down just slightly. Casey said that the SR rejection hit 10 points. Nice. Yeah, solid. That is it. I think I see what you saw down there too. Let's run the SR indicator. Nice. Yeah, the one down there, right? Yeah, clean entry. Strong candle right there too. Yeah, Randy said, yeah, it looks like you can easily range here. Yeah, I agree too, Randy. That's why I'm not looking to take any unnecessary risk. There's just really no point in risking right now, especially when there's no confirmation of direction. Let me see if I can update the zones over here. So what I'll do here is I'll just draw a couple more zones. Yeah, so as you guys can see from market structure, I mean, price is kind of just ranging around this area. I mean, this is a big range. So price basically faked out above here. Price pushed up, faked out, came back down. And now it's just ranging between this area right here before it actually chooses its direction. I think the direction is going to be bullish, but it's just a big range right there. Hey, Brock. So Brock over here took some entries over here for S&P, total profit of 1,590 for the day. Nice work, Brock. That's a crazy number of contracts. What are you trading on? Or actually, because you're trading the micro, that's why. So I saw 500 contracts right here and 1,000 contracts. That's a lot of contracts. But if you're trading on the micro, then I'm assuming this is like a 5 lot. It's equal to a 5 lot. Yeah, it makes sense if it's 500. And this is equal to a 10 lot or a 100 lot. So this is a 100 lot here. This would be a 50 lot on a micro. On a mini, this would be a 5 lot. This would be a 10 lot. Yeah, kind of threw me off for a second. I had a double take on that, Barack, because I looked at it and I was like, wait, 1,000 contracts, but I could see that you're trading the mini or the micro. So yeah, nice work right there. So Brock's up 1,590 for the day. Let's see what else we got over here. We've got Randy total profit of 535 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Randy. It's from that earlier buy from this morning. Let's see what else we got over here. Casey over here identified the rejection. Nice full TP right there for the buy. And we have Natasha over here on her Tradeovate, total profit of 907 for the day. Total profit of 1,015 on her account. Nice work, Natasha. Looks like you're going to pass your top step pretty soon. I mean, you're getting there. So keep up the good work, Natasha. Keep up the consistency, and I mean, if you keep locking like about 1,000 a day, you should be done with your combine by hopefully by the end of the month. I mean, it's very possible. All right, guys. So we're having a sell signal right here. We still don't have a confirmation of trend meter down below. It's still not completely red yet. But if this is the case, I mean, our direction could be shifting to a sell, which is completely fine. Doesn't matter whether it shifts to a sell or whether it stays with a buy. There can be a temporary push to the downside, so it's not really a big deal. I mean, you could trade in either direction. Looking over here at sentiment hasn't really changed too much. Maybe we'll just hop on the retail side for a little bit, which is completely fine. So it's 7:47 right now. It's getting closer to 8 o'clock, guys. If it gets too close to 8, then I'm just going to wrap it up. However, it looks like price is starting to shift down slightly. I think this is a temporary push to the downside. So if you guys don't want to take any risky trades, I would just stay away from the sells. But if a sell does come up, I'll mark it up for you guys. I'm probably not going to take it. I'm just going to give you guys a heads up now because the bias is too strong for a buy. This is kind of like taking a really big gamble. Like it's probably going to hit, but it's a really big gamble because retail sentiment is currently 73% short. It's actually 74 now, so it's pretty high. And then looking over here at the fundamentals are currently, they're up 184 points. They're very, very bullish. So yeah, 192 points, guys. So I'm not really looking to take any sells here, even if we have the opportunity. 192 points. Everything bullish. So yeah, the drops to the downside might be temporary, but I don't think it'll really hold for that long. Yeah, no, definitely, Natasha. Natasha said, yeah, she hopes she can stay consistent. I think you can, Natasha, especially because it seems like you're a lot more focused now. Back then, you were kind of all over the place. I know you were busy with work and stuff, but you were kind of like FOMOing and revenge trading and stuff. But it seems like now that you're on these live sessions with us every day, you've been very consistent. Because I've been following you every day, Natasha. Like you've been doing great. You locked in 1,000 for today. Yesterday you locked in 107. Day before that, you locked in 81. You're getting used to trade of 8. Your other account, you're still locking in like 1,000 there. And I think you're doing pretty good. I think it's easier for you to lock in trades on TradingView because it's easier to just put in your TP stop loss versus trade on MC4 where you kind of have to trade off the fly. So, all right, guys, it's getting closer to 8 o'clock. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. As you guys can see over here, price is not really doing too much. If we don't get any direction from now and then within the next couple of minutes, then we're just going to wrap it up. There's just no point in forcing any trades right here, especially if there's no direction. So as you guys can see, price isn't really doing anything right now, going sideways. Here's a clean chart. See if there's structure over here. Not really much structure. I mean, I could draw structure here, but realistically, it's not really like legit structure. It's kind of just, it's a lower high. So I'll just draw that for now, and I'll just clean this up later if price does break past it, which eventually it should break past it. But you guys can see that price is not doing anything right here, and it's not a good area to trade because this range right here is very tight, about 200 pips. So yeah, just keep in mind, guys, today's Wednesday. You still have 2 more days to trade, so it's not really a big deal. You don't have to force anything here. Just always remember that there's no need to force any trades, because if you eat a loss, you're just going to be in the hole, and it's going to be harder for you guys to get out of that hole and make profit on top of it. So if you guys made profit today, which I think everybody did, see, I'll just go back to read that later, Zach. What happened? I'll talk to you later, Zach. Zach's having an issue. So Zach just brought up a key thing. Zach said that he does really good with the trial accounts, but he just can't do the real challenges. I'll talk to you, Zach. I don't know if you're on here right now, but I'll talk to you a little later, unless you want to talk about it now. We could, like, what's your problem, Zach? If you want to talk about it, let me know. We can talk about it right here on the live session. Because Zach just brought up the comment that, like, where he showed me the screenshot of his accounts. He does really good on the trial accounts, but he can't do good on the real accounts. The big problem with a lot of people is like revenge trading and over trading. Because I'm looking at Zach's trades for today. It looks like he had 6 losses. I mean, we didn't have 1 loss today, so I'm assuming he just took his own trades and just revenge traded it. But yeah, guys, if you guys' problem is revenge trading, you probably just have to follow the rule like I do. Like if you have 1 loss for the day, just wrap it up. I think that's probably the thing that would help a lot of people. Same with over trading. Like if you keep winning trades and they're by luck, then you just got to stop trading because you're trading off emotion at that point. The way that I trade is like I'm very specific with my entries, right? Like for example, there was like 3 liquidity pushes here. I could have taken every single trade here and I would have made a ton of profit, but I didn't. I just stuck to my game plan. I had 1 strategy to follow, which was the momentum pullback scalp. There was only 1 entry that came up, hit TP, and then I'm good for the day. I'm not really looking to take any more trades unless anything comes up. But with where price is currently going right now, I'm not really expecting much to happen, right? It doesn't look like we're going to have much of opportunity to take any trades here because price is literally just going sideways. And it's probably just going to keep going sideways for the next, 30 minutes or so. So let's see. We got a couple more profits over here from Cameron. So let's see. Cameron over here said he's done for the day. Locked in 3 back-to-back full TPs with the green strips. Total profit of 2,037 for the day. Nice work, Cameron. Yeah, locked in 1 more and he's now done for the day. So if you guys are happy with your profits for the day, which I think a lot of you guys should be because we have so many profits that were posted today, it's probably best to just wrap it up. Yeah, Gian over here, he took 1 loss right here at 641. He said first loss wasn't even valid, but he thought it was. But now he's back in profit. So like what Gian said here, he said, at least I'm in profit now. My psychology isn't there. So he's going to sit out and then sit on his hands for the rest of the day. So like, here's an example of like someone that's actually taking initiative, right? Gian knows he screwed up on that first trade. These two trades over here, we won because there were actual entries. The first trade over here, he screwed up because he just took a random trade. And at worst, like, Gian, why'd you take a sell, bro? Come on. You knew that the bias was super bullish and he still took the sell there. I mean, it's all good. It happens. So Gian probably just got FOMO right there. Like, that's like worse because he, for first of all, he knew it wasn't a trade. And then second of all, it was a sell entry on open, which was like huge red flag. But it's all good, Gian. So thanks, Gian, for being the example here. Gian just basically, he wanted to set the example for you guys here. Like, he knows his psychology is off. He took a trade here and it was a totally bad trade. He should have just stopped for the day, but luckily he kept going, took the trade with us here, and then made profit back. So he's going to wrap up the day in profit, and he's just going to close it out for the day. Huge red candle right here. Daniel said, what happened? Price dumping all of a sudden. Let's check the news real quick, see if anything's going on. I still wouldn't take the trade here, guys. So even if we get a retracement here, I still will not take the trade here for a sell. Let's check CNBC real quick. No update, really. So there's a Russian attack. Let's just check real quick. The Goldman Sachs, this was updated last night. So this isn't new news. See if there's any update here. Cinemark slips. I don't think that really affected it. There's an update over here that just happened about 7 minutes ago. It said Russian attack on Odessa port destroyed 6,000 tons of grain agriculture. This might have been, or it might have had an effect on the market right now, because this is going to affect, you know, cost of grain. Grain's a future, so it's a future asset. It kind of ties into a lot of things here. But other than that, I don't really see anything else here that really caused a spike, unless it was just manipulation. They're just looking to stack on. So if you guys look at the short over here, short is now 75%. So yeah, CJ said they're trying to make those sellers feel good before they take them out. Hello. Yeah, I agree with you too, CJ. You know, that might have just been like a little push to the downside to make people chase the sell. Because what happens here, if you guys see a sell like this, like if you guys see a big candle like this, what typically happens? A frenzy happens, right? You guys see a big spike like that, you're like, oh, I want to catch that wave. And then as soon as price drops more, like you see these big red candles, a lot of people get excited. What happens? They start entering sells right there, right? What happens when they enter sells? Price goes right back up to stop them all out. And that's literally what is happening right here. So price is pushing back up. So just keep this in mind. If price pushes up to this candle and fills this like weird candle right here that just dropped, just think of everybody here getting stopped out. Like basically whoever chased the sell right here is getting stopped out. And I'm sure that's happened to you guys before, where you guys have seen like a big drop right here and you're like, you try to chase it and then it just ends up completely reversing on you back up. So I think this is a sign to sign off, guys. So, all right, if there's any other questions, you know, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Casey said, yeah, played strong, but risky for a V1 though. Yeah, there's a V1 entry that happened right here. Risky entry, but it looks like it didn't play out. Pretty solid, quick entry. But all right, guys. So if there's any other questions, you know, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, it looks like we're pretty much done for the day. Yeah, exactly. Gian said, yeah, I don't care. Use me as an example. Be there for when I win and be there for when I lose. Yeah, exactly, Gian. You just got to play through the market. You got to weather the storm and bounce back from it. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for today. I don't see any other questions here. So we're going to wrap it up. So guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, if you guys are here on the YouTube, just keep in mind that the YouTube live streams will be on Wednesdays. Other than that, it's going to be private or unlisted. So just make sure if you guys are on the YouTube that you guys are liking the videos and you guys are that you guys are subscribing and turning on notifications right here. So if you guys are on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications, because tomorrow the live stream is not going to be public. It's going to be unlisted. So if you guys are subscribed and notifications are turned on, YouTube will likely send you an email when I go live. So they'll send you an email like, hey, Sean's live right here. Here's the link. And then from there, you can join in on the live stream, but it's not going to be public for just the general public to join in. So, all right, guys, other than that, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. If you guys